I'll be there.
I cannot protect your caravans unless you agree to be escorted by our soldiers.
I trade to make money, not to offend God by associating with Christians.
But you will take Christian gold.
Gold is gold.
Of course.
My Lord Tiberius.
My lord. It's true. You're your father's son. He was my friend. I'm yours. Godfrey dead. It could have come at a better time. But it was shouted in the streets that you killed the great lord of Syria. Saladin himself sent word that your fight did not breach the peace, that you had cause. What know you of Saladin?
That he is king of the Saracens, and that he surrounds this kingdom.
He has 200,000 men in Damascus alone. He could win a war if he goes to war. And he's daily given cause for war by fanatics newly from Europe. By Templar bastards like Renard the Chatillon. Here from this room I keep the peace, so far as it can be kept. But Saladin and the king between them would make a better world.
If it lives only for a while, Tiberius, it still has lived.
What did your father tell you of your obligations?
That I was to be a good knight.
I pray the world and Jerusalem can accommodate such a rarity as a perfect knight. Have you dined?
The Princess Sibylla of Jerusalem and her husband, Guy de Lusignan.
So, how many knights did you find in France?
50.
They've sworn allegiance to the king.
Of course, Tiberius. Obviously. You sit at my table.
Is it not the king's table?
Is it? I have not seen a king at it for some years. I cannot eat. I am finicky about company. In France, this could not inherit. But here, there are no civilized rules. I have business in the East. My wife does not lament at my absence. That is either the best of wives, or the very, very worst.
Do you go to meet Renard?
No, my lord, he is in disfavor. I am a member of this court. Why should I make league with that troublemaker?
To the very best of wives.
Yuberik Arabul Quds.
The king would see Godfrey's son.
I'll take him.
This morning, I spoke without knowing who you were.
I knew who you were. It's unmistakable. I loved your father. And I shall love you. Do you fear being with me?
No. And yes.
A woman in my place has two faces. One for the world, and one which she wears in private. With you, I'll be only Sibylla. Tiberius thinks me unpredictable. I am unpredictable. Yeah, there.
Come forward. I am glad to meet Godfrey's son. He was one of my greatest teachers. He was there when, playing with the other boys, my arm was cut, and it was he, not my father's physicians, who noticed that I felt no pain. He wept when he gave my father the news that I am a leper. The Saracens say that this disease is God's vengeance against the vanity of our kingdom. As wretched as I am, these Arabs believe that the chastisement that awaits me in hell is far more severe and lasting. If that's true, I call it unfair. Come, sit. Do you play?
No.
The whole world is in chess. Any move can be the death of you. Do anything except remain where you started, and you cannot be sure of your end. Were you sure of your end once?
I was.
What was it?
To be buried 100 yards from where I was born.
And now?
Now I sit in Jerusalem and look upon a king.
When I was 16, I won a great victory. I felt in that moment I would live to be 100. Now I know I shall not see 30. None of us know our end, really, or what hand will guide us there. A king may move a man. A father may claim a son. That man can also move himself. And only then does that man truly begin his own game. Remember that howsoever you are played, or by whom, your soul is in your keeping alone. Even though those who presume to play you be kings or men of power, when you stand before God, you cannot say, "But I was told by others to do thus," or that virtue was not convenient at the time. This will not suffice. Remember that.
I will.
You know what this is?
A fortification.
What do you think of it? You disapprove. Well, how would you improve it?
A cross. Or better, a star. Like this. That way no part of the fortress may be approached without being exposed to fire from another part.
Yes, I like this. Your wall is more difficult to address. Very good. You will go to your father's house at Ibelin. Your house now. And then from there you will protect the pilgrim road. Safeguard in particular the Jews and the Muslims. All are welcome in Jerusalem, not only because it's expedient, but because it is right. Protect the helpless, and then maybe one day, when I am helpless, you will come and protect me.
There, my lord. Ibelin.
Hundoro, Hundoro.
Quod sumus, hoc eretis. Such as we are, you will be.
انظر هذه الحقول جميلة.
Your father was important. His lands were not.
It will suit me.
My lord, you have 1,000 acres, 100 families. You have Christians, Jews, Muslims. You have 50 pairs of oxen. This is a poor and dusty place.
What we do not have is water.
سيدي خد معي.
هيئتهم
Right. Stone the walls.
يلا يلا